Yeah. All right. I have a couple of seconds. I need everyone to listen up for the next couple of minutes because you will not literally understand anything about this world unless you don't.
Okay, time to leave.
3. I need that man's eye. You actually got his eye. I didn't need his eye, but thanks.
I was gonna use that joke in a plan.
I planned that since I said I need 3 things.
I've got a jar of debt!
Don't tempt me. But, okay, so the world that you guys are in is named Novella. So if you hear any characters say Novella,
Think Earth.
think not really.
The world.
You're gonna think more of a New World Caribbean sort of island.
Except
So-
the world.
There are 3 major empires in this world that are trading and exploring this brand new world that has been discovered. You're off the coast of this new world. So, the 3 empires are the Versian Empire.
How do you
There's
spell
notes
that?
right here about them. They control these settlements. They control the Baltigian Sea. North Sea. Cold climate. Rocky. A lot of fur trades. Versailles hates slavery. So keep that in mind.
So if I have slaves to sell, don't go there.
Don't go there. The next one
What if
is the
they're
Colombian. Symbols are the lions and the color red. Usually they control the belt, middle, temperate sea. It's called the belt because it's in the middle. Pretty easy to remember. Start here. Their controlling is underneath. The other one is the Soda. Control the southern sea. This is a hotter climate. That's the Caspian Sea.
We go there. What's the name of that again?
Caspian.
No, the name of that one.
Sodan.
Sodan.
I'm sure that they have the stuff they want to steal. I definitely want to steal from someone.
Well, that's good because Sodan's the richest.
Yeah! It's rich, is that? Okay. Beautiful.
All right. So, bounties accumulate separately between these 3 people. If you have a $10 million Versailles bounty, Colombia will not touch you. You might be welcome as a hero, depending on what you do, and might be offered the job as a privateer, because these 3 hate each other, and they're at war. But they stick to their own sides pretty good.
What about races? Are these all humans, or is one elven, or
I'll get to
whatnot?
that here in a minute.
Okay.
All these main empires are humans. But the other races have home islands nearby, which are listed here. One of them is Nadej, which is the Tengu home island. They're like crow people. So it says Nadej, A7, Tengu home island. You're going to go to the Baltigian Sea. Letters, numbers, A. Is it A7? Boom. That little star right there, that's Nadej. See that? Dots are settlements as well. The stars are major settlements for the area that belong to the empire that's there. If it says, underneath it should say, oh gosh, I forgot to add that.
Do they steal things?
Are there Selkies?
Maybe.
Are there Gehennians?
Maybe.
Can I get a mermaid wench?
If you roll charisma high enough, I guess.
I have a really high charisma! I can do this!
Well, I have a mer
With
horse.
wenches. Yeah, gay male wenches.
Oh.
Also, okay, so most settlements are neutral to pirates. You stay your course, you're fine. You might be heroes to some, you might be enemies to others. It's very mixed. Pirate sanctuaries will welcome you with an open arms.
Unless you
Hostile areas
attack.
will enter you with an open gallows. If you sail your
Wait, they're gonna
pirate
enter
flag,
us?
if you park, this is really important. You park in port and you don't tell me, oh, we switch our pirate flag for a normal merchant's flag. They will imprison you outright. You will not get off the docks.
Heck yeah, we will!
I think it would be best if we have no flag, unless I specifically say, raise this flag.
Well, that'll be also suspicious because most ships have flags to identify what they are.
Yeah.
Dang
So
it.
So
Or
you
a
do
ghost
have
ship.
replacement.
So this isn't Assassin's Creed 4 where you can just park your ship in the
No,
dock with the pirate flag
No, that's not
right
a
next
thing.
to the naval fort and be like, yeah, I'm totally legit.
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's-
not a thing.
It's like parking your car next to the police department with 420 weed, blaze it, yeah, baby, written all
Yeah.
over it.
Anyway,
With fuck
there's
movies.
Nemoras, which is the Orc home island. There is Ironright, is the dwarf home island. It is one of the big major settlements, the big shipbuilding place. Characters might not know that, but that will come in handy. Tortuga is a pirate sanctuary, obviously.
Freaking Tortuga.
Tortuga.
You can't.
That's also a major settlement of the Empire. It's really weird there. But
You
then
can't.
there's-
So it's Britain.
No.
Pirate Haven, but at the
No.
same time.
Britain's Columbia.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
Since
it's
we get to
Britain.
Columbia, I'm talking about British accents.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Please,
Versailles is
sir,
French, and then Sudan is the Spanish, if you haven't gotten that already.
So, are there drug cartels in
You
Colombia?
can't have a pirate
Drug
without
cartels?
Tortuga.
Ah,
Yeah.
Can I get some Colombian Coke?
No, but you can get
you can get some Colombian Pepsi.
you can get some blood sap. You also can get hooked on drugs in this campaign, and you can get hooked on alcohol. There are negatives for this. I am not responsible for any negatives you guys experience for being that includes your
More alcohol!
Mason.
Yeah.
Is there any magitech in this setting at all? I mean, there's guns, but
Magic tech is very, very limited. The way this campaign really works is that it is a medium gun, so people know what guns are. Guns are very common, but they're not common enough that everyone can go to the store and buy one. It is a low magic setting. Low magic setting as in magic exists and it functions regularly, but everyone thinks your magic is connected to a deity. Everyone basically thinks you're a cleric, when in reality you're not. But it's very low understanding of magic. It's very feared. It's very... You might get kicked out of villages if they find out that you can do some arcane magic. I'm looking at you two. Alchemists are accepted because they make potions and whatnot.
those aren't technically magic.
No, they are. Okay.
What's
Yeah.
funny is, like, my character has the type of magic that people would fear if they understood more of it, because even she doesn't know where it comes from.
Except I know where it comes from.
Yeah.
Because I was exploring one day and said, that looks interesting, and then you said, hey, do you want to control my familiar that has direct connection to where my magic comes from a dark and maybe mysterious source? Oh, all the things I could do, yes.
The only thing I say is, don't just, like, randomly shut off my magic unless the entity is specifically telling me I want you to do something.
These are free for all you guys to look at. Somebody keep track of these. I am not redrawing these hand maps, so if you lose it, sucks. Literally.
I'll keep
Now
track
it
of
took
them.
me more than an hour to draw those. So,
But if my familiar dies, I'm pretty sure I don't take any penalties. I just get a new one.
yeah.
Wait a second. Why don't I have a familiar?
And Mason, I said I was
Because
going
you're not a witch.
because I found something that's the coolest pirate.
I forgot.
What?
It's like a colorful little pirate dinosaur. It's called the Ramparincus. It's a little baby pterodactyl that sits on your shoulder. I had to have that. I
Okay.
couldn't not do that.
All right, that's fine.
I love
So-
dinosaurs,
okay,
especially
so-
Rampharincuses.
Ramparincus.
Wait, no,
So
you
there's
didn't
one
get a
thing.
dodo? Come
Hang
on,
on.
man.
I didn't get the
Hang on, guys. Bring it back for a second. Okay, so Skylar is the captain, right?
Yes.
Cavalry fighter. You are... that's not for you guys to know. Faye is Evan. Your character's name's Faye.
Yep.
F-A-E, okay. You are a Slife Sea Witch.
Sylph.
Sylph.
But for all intents and purposes, she looks like a human.
Okay, yeah.
Just kind of a little weirdish.
A little weirdish. Okay, so
So the
that's
rest
like,
of the crew.
do you
There's
still have the
something
magical effects?
Off
of
about her.
Self?
Yeah. She's an
The breeze thing and everything else like that. Does that
Yeah.
still happen? Okay.
yeah, she's definitely a sylph, but she's not going to be like, hey, I'm a sylph, because people are going to be like, what the heck is that?
Also,
But
most of those races that are kind of iffy like that are reverend as either legend or sung by bards in a drunken tavern. Bards are very useful.
Well,
for you guys.
you do have that constant wind effect blowing your hair in the
Cadweed.
breeze.
Yeah,
we can
she's
do?
constantly in a
Alright,
L'Oreal
right.
commercial.
Gunslinger Alchemist. Can you tell me what exactly you took? You had like a worm sniper.
Yeah, Worm Sniper Grenadier.
If you guys have one of those extra, you know how the Pathfinder has those amazing like
Subclasses.
Archetypes.
archetypes? Tell me what those are.
I
think
have
I have
Sea
one.
Witch, and it's it's not a third party one.
Yeah.
It's a standard one.
I didn't even archetype.
I did not take an archetype.
Tooks didn't.
Archetypes are just variants of the class. So,
Oh.
for example,
I
with
took an archetype.
Rogue, there's one called Knife Master, and they get bonuses to sneak attack if they're using daggers or things that are similar, and they get like it replaces a couple different class skills.
Okay, so it's basically alternate class feature.
Yeah.
Like in D&D, they have a druid, and then they have Avenging Druid, where you lose your animal companion and you get rage.
Yeah, that's the same.
Okay, cool.
Mason. I have an arch class.
Okay. I need to get a bunch of information from you. Okay,
Muaji!
Muaji Udio-sam.
No, Muaji Aki.
Shishunaji
Aki.
was for Yishunbaji.
Why?
If it helps, my character sheet is right here. So.
I need your backstory. I don't
Liam,
need your character sheet.
your
Actually,
first
you can
name will be
just
very
no, no,
easy
no.
to pronounce for all the drunken members of the crew.
Muaji!
Mercy, clean up a vomit.
Alright, Andy, you're playing Mason. Dwarf,
Well,
Harbinger, two.
Dwarf. You refer to him as dwarf or tanky or armor.
Okay, putting those in quotes.
Uh,
Dwarf.
He reminds me of one character that one of my friends made one time, where because of his race and stuff that he took, talking was saying anything more than like 3 words was a standard action.
I
Groot.
honestly thought about the only thing my character says is I am Melon Lord. that was it.
If that was true, I could totally picture your character just showing up in the ship and being like, "I am Melon Lord," and then just not moving. And that's why you're on the ship now, because nobody bothered to move.
Question. Backstory that you care these guys to hear about.
Alrighty.
So not all of it,
Orphan.
but
Mother was a prostitute. Probably how I was conceived. Nothing extremely special. Just orphan. Killed my first person when I was 11, just breaking out of jail.
Okay.
That was casual.
practically everyone on this
How did you
ship
get
has
in
either
here?
mommy issues or daddy issues.
Stealing.
I don't.
So
stealing
many
food
daddies.
from a rich
You have
girl.
girlfriend issues though.
life.
Like a
Life.
nicer off merchants, so I can
Oh, see, I can't
myself,
scam
because my
that.
mother died when I was
Bastard.
Okay, nicer.
Bastard.
nicer off. Stealing,
Bastard.
yeah.
Bastard.
And
Okay, so you joined pirates to get.
We are a crew of
yeah, I
bastards.
actually joined Pirates when I was 15, and I'm currently 17.
One nut rat folk.
Although I look older, I look like I could be 20.
He's the bastard.
I kind of did steal a lot of my character's
This is the
backstory from Dragon Age Origins.
Fauci.
If you want to get a lot of insight into my character, play Dragon Age Origins and look at Morgan.
This is the falchion.
It's a falcon, not a falchion.
Okay, so also important note.
There is a big difference.
It's made
Now
of
I know
tomorrow.
more about your character. Awesome.
I'm
Okay,
a falchion.
so more to be had. There are 20 pirate lords. You guys are kind of getting into the whole pirate thing at the end of the golden age of pirates, either middle or end of it. So there are already 20 very, very, very established pirate lords who are running around doing their business. You guys are level
Business.
2.
All over the sea. It's disgusting.
The weakest one is level 10. The strongest one's level 15. Do not cross them the wrong way, because I'm not pulling back punches. Disrespect someone, they might shoot you in the jaw so you never speak again.
So kill
So
all
we
the pirate
see
lords.
them.
Colonel
If we see the pirate
Mending.
lords, we either turn tail and run,
Or attack
or run up the white flag and give them a share of our booty.
And
Okay,
hide
so
me.
basically here's what I'm trying to say here. The other campaign was very hack and slash, and I think what me and Josh were trying to do with those extra quests was trying to get like allies and like trying to change the city as a whole and make it more real for you guys. That's what I want you guys to do here. Make pirate alliances. Make alliances. Betray alliances. Keep track of people that you have met and talked to, and remind me, for goodness sakes, because if you're like, wasn't that there one person in that one Anniesville that like could like repair his arm? I'm like, if you don't remember it and I don't remember it, didn't happen.
Mason, this is kind of important. So, what are we going to do with creating magic items? Because of my spell list, I will be able to create a lot of different types of magic items if I take the feats for it, but we're also low magic setting.
You
so.
can. Because the low magic setting was still the party could still do this stuff. Everyone else was starting. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd ask for clarification, because...
If you have any questions like that. Basically, it's, you guys are normal. The low magic setting's for everyone else. But it also affects how they view you. So if you guys walk in, let's say you guys, let's go to walking into port. You're going to go into port to get some supplies. You go to Kingston. Kingston is the capital of Colombian Empire in this region. What are you guys going to do?
I am Melon Lord.
Leave him on the ship with someone to watch him. Keep all of the, probably take all of the human or mostly human-looking crew aboard, so that way we can look for supplies and whatnot, and try not to stir up any trouble.
Okay.
Unless we're in the mood for trouble.
And what does your ship have on it?
Stolen pirate cannons and rum.
Yes.
Cannons
Loads
and
of
rum.
rum.
And a
Well, not
private
after
workshop
my
area
first
for the
night.
rat.
A merchant's flag. Remember
Merchant's
that, because
flag.
if
We
you
have a
guys are
merchant's
out in
flag.
the middle of the sea, I assume your black flag's flying.
Alright.
So if you guys pull into port and don't tell me, I assume your black flag is still flying, and I assume somebody's running ahead.
So, just an idea. How about we just run the merchant flag all the time, and then...
No, because then pirates will attack us.
No,
They-
you run the black flag up if you see a pirate coming.
Well, how do
And
you-
otherwise, the merchant flag,
No,
you
but
can pull right up to the merchant vessel, and they'll be like, hey guys, how's it going? We'll be like, give us your stuff.
And they'll be like, what? Pirate flag. You guys can do that.
Yeah.
If you have a merchant's flag, we'll talk about naval combat here in a second. But also another thing you guys have to really realize for us is you guys had backstories. There's a couple reasons I made you guys do backstories. One, the better backstory you have, the more involved your character can get into the world, and the more real it can feel. Evan had a character last session that had a really big backstory, so we could do stuff with it. The other members of the party, not so much, so we couldn't do
No.
anything with it. So it was very awkward. But now that you guys have this backstory, I have quests that are pointed at each of you. You're a little difficult, but this is your first time.
I am Melon Lord.
Maybe I'll have you actually meet the melon. But
Our
No,
quest
we
is
run-
to figure out why he's stupid.
We run into a town that they know who he is, but nobody knows why, and he doesn't feel like talking.
yes. But
Rather
also
not
second
talk about
reason is I have created characters based upon your guy. So if you were like, oh, I was taught magic by this one guy. He exists. You can run into him. Yes.
For reference,
Yeah.
if you haven't already, or if you're planning on, or whatever, Faye's mother is also a witch, and she would either have the transformation or time specialization, or
Okay.
whatever it's called,
All right. Sweet. Thank you.
because trying to live eternally through someone else. I'm really disappointed. I had an idea, because there's a witch spell called Blood Money where you can create material components by taking strength damage. And I was hoping that since it was a low magic setting, if I made these material components and went into town and sold them, I could make money and nobody would realize that it was fake before I left, but it only lasts a round. So I would have to run in, slit my wrists, give people the stuff, make the transaction, grab all the
in
money,
around.
and then run all the way out before it
Yeah.
turned back into blood.
You just have to
Also-
pump your bluff score, man. You can
You
do
guys have bounties on your heads. Because you're pirates.
Yay!
What's my bounty? How much they
So,
pay
no,
for?
I'll get there. Hang on.
If I turn myself in, do I get the money?
No. That's not how bounties work.
How much do I
Here's how
get for
bounties
killing
work.
him?
Bounties are based upon influence points. Usually it's used for the leadership feat or whatever. I'm using them for bounty. Why? If you guys have a respectable bounty, you get more respect in the pirate world. Also, more danger from the governments around the area because you're running around in your pirates.
Is that based on charisma?
No. It is based upon your actions.
The
Like
deck
what you did,
the
or
deck
what you
hand
have done.
is has the highest bounty.
So, I have
So-
divided them up into
What is
I would
that?
have a ridiculous
I'm just
high
wondering what type of
and
bounty
you'd be
he
like,
has.
Okay, so here's the thing. Your bounty is now, you each have a total pirate bounty, which is all of your character's bounty together. Now, you also have individual bounties on stuff that you have done. If you do something as pirates, the pirate bounty goes up. But if you do something individually, yours goes up. So your pirate ship takes over a merchant convoy, steals their goods, runs away. The Triton pirates get the bounty. Kevin does not get the bounty. Andy does not get the bounty. You don't get the bounty. None of you guys get the bounty. The pirates get the bounty. If somebody catches the Triton pirates, they get this reward. You guys have individual bounties. Let's say everyone goes into their separate way. Nobody's watching Andy. He runs into a tavern, kills everyone. He has bounty. He has bounty.
I think he runs through a town.
Through a tavern, runs over someone. They die. He gets a bounty. Your bounty is affected by the main governments in their villages and their holds, and also individual neutral like home settings. So like Ironright is the dwarven homeworld. You have a dwarven bounty. You have this bounty. You have an orc bounty. Yeah.
If nobody knows I did it, do I still get a bounty?
No.
That's
So
why you
But
always
word,
make sure
if
someone
you
knows
leave,
you did it.
If you kill someone in the outskirts of town, and someone sees it from their windowsill, it's gonna be bounty. Because word gets around fast.
Especially
So
in
if
this
anybody
small town.
sees it and
But
I
if
don't
you
kill
take
them
someone out
immediately,
into the middle of the jungle and then you beat them and leave them for dead, they got murdered, but nobody knows who.
Or
Does that make
if
sense?
you shoot a chicken with an arrow and nobody's looking, you get 2 bounty added because you attacked a chicken, then you get 2 bounty removed because the chicken did not witness its own murder.
Yes. But here's what happens. Bounty is a balance. The more bounty you have, the more respect you have from pirates. But the more bounty you have, the more dislikings you have from the government.
Highest
the lower
bounty
bounty
possible.
you
That's our high
have
score.
is going to be pirates, less respect for pirates. Lower it is, the more you can walk around in the government town, so you got to balance it out. If you guys get caught and thrown into prison, which can happen, and you guys escape, which can also happen, you get caught and you get thrown into jail, your bounty goes to 0. Because you've been caught. When you escape, it is a $5,000 total pirate bounty. And then $500 for each of you. So let's say half of you guys get caught, then half of you lose your bounty. This thing gets cut off. Group bounty gets cut off by those numbers. These guys are at 500. You guys are still ahead. Also, these bounties were based off of your beginning bounties based off of your backstory, so have fun with this. Okay,
I was being a pirate and bounty hunter for quite some
alright.
time.
So,
I didn't do
Sebastian,
anything wrong.
you
I
have
just stole
a
away
bounty
protection.
of 500 silver.
Mhm.
Also, the currency system works with bronze, silver, gold. 10 bronze is silver. 100 silver is 1 gold. And then, 1,000 gold is like... What?
So use the
Silver
magic.
is silver
Silver
is
is the main currency.
yeah.
Silver is like $1. Bronze is like your change. And then gold is like your $20 bills or $100
Is there
bills.
anything?
Okay, so like in the starting gold piece values for a second level.
They were
character.
just silver.
So those were silver. Okay.
Transfer
I
the
need-
G to silver.
So G becomes S.
Yes.
I totally didn't spend most of that money. I'm just walking around with a big purse.
Okay.
Is there anything that's underneath bronze pieces?
No.
Okay.
No, bronze pieces are
Traditionally, in the
pennies.
Columbian time, they would cut the bronze pieces up into pieces of 8. That's what pieces of 8 were. They were literally pieces of a coin because the metal was so soft. They just cut it right there.
theoretically, say I killed someone and I somehow successfully framed it on some other pirate.
Then
Do
that
I not
pirate
get
has a
the
bounty.
That pirate is bounty, okay.
Did you frame that murder for someone?
What?
Well,
Someone. You said you murdered someone. Did you frame that on someone
No.
else?
No, they
Okay,
easily
sweet.
lose it.
Your character, what do you say?
It was a
Ilian?
guard, by the way. It was like a
Ilian?
guard.
Oh,
a
it's
guard?
just a guard.
Just a guard.
Well, that
I
makes
just
sense.
killed a member of the law.
Oh, if it was a guard.
To be fair, it was sort of like a
I'm
meant to
diametrically opposed
knock
to
him
law.
out, not kill him, but he
CNLD.
dies, but it doesn't,
Doesn't matter. Your
Doesn't
bounty
matter.
is 750 silver for the murder of a guard.
Murder.
Mason, or dwarf, or tanky, or armor. You have 500 for the murder of some anti-paladin thing.
Wait,
Just waiting for
Which
you.
is how I got my armor.
yeah, how did you casually murder an anti-paladin
Melon magic.
with no equipment?
Armor
The
is our shield.
No, I
That's
did
where
it.
you got it from.
That's why I got it
You have the
from.
bounty.
Who?
Of 1,500. 500 for a questionable magic user, and 1,000 for the murder of an orc chieftain by the major governments. But you also have a special bounty attached to you of 50,000 silver by any orc that manages to kill you.
Okay, so what you're telling me here is if we run into a pirate lord, let me do the talking.
No, if we run into an orc pirate lord,
Run!
run!
No, we hide him. It's
Okay,
like,
wait, guys. First thing we're doing is making a ring of invisibility, and when we meet a pirate lord who's an orc, he's putting it on and hiding. Unlike Cynthia.
Guys, it's okay. I bought a mask before I got on the ship.
Cadweed.
I'll just wear the mask.
Cadweep is really interesting. Your bounty is 2,800 for 1,000 for a suspect in manslaughter, and then 1,800 for past pirate crew influence.
So total of 2,800?
2,800.
2,800.
Holy
400 for...
1,000 for a suspect in manslaughter, and 1,800 for past pirate crew member.
It's okay.
So did you
Cats
guys
commit genocide on all the orcs, I guess.
did you guys know that there are specific
character would be
crossbows
dead.
which are designed to work underwater?
Yeah. Evan, your character, 1,500. 1,000 for. How do I word this?
Shady Parenthood.
For, no. For
technically nobody knows that but me.
information on a corrupt noble. So they want you for information on that part of your backstory, and then 500 for questionable magic tools. Now, Kevin.
Oh dear.
100,000!
Let Mason
Okay,
speak.
okay.
I wrote a very
500 for scale heart transformation. And then, for minor thefts, being involved in a gang, a mercenary, and now part of a pirate captain, your
Part of a
total
pirate
bounty
captain?
is 32,500.
Yeah!
So that's 32,000 for all my past
Yeah.
stuff and 500 for the Skinwalker
Yeah.
stuff.
Pretty much, is what I'm saying.
So-
Your total bounty is, for the Triton Pirates, 39,300. The special bounty of 50,000 for orcs. So keep that in, that's really important. Okay. Now. We only spent like an hour explaining this stuff. This is not really long.
Knew we
A
should have
couple more
started
things
at
and then we
11.
can get started. A couple members on your ship. Your ship is a normal rig. You have. Let me actually write this down. A ship is called the Triton. It has 15 cannons on each side. So that's kind of important. You can hold
Are we aware
300
of
men.
that?
You can hold 300 men on the ship. You need 210 men to operate all 15 cannons at once, because it's 7 men for a cannon. These are big cannons. And it takes a while to load them up and get everything running and everything else like that.
I like big cannons.
You just take skeletons.
You guys-
about 10 times.
You guys don't have a ramming thing in the front.
Bummer.
And that basically you have cannons. It's a 3-mast ship. And you have 1 dinghy that holds 10 people. So keep that in mind if the ship goes down.